A grand but sombre castle stood against a grey sky. Inside, a young girl, Cinderella, knelt by a cold hearth. Ashes clung to her simple, worn dress. Her father's portrait, draped in black, watched from the wall. He was gone, leaving her to a cruel fate. Her stepmother, stern-faced, pointed a demanding finger. Two stepsisters, Drizella and Anastasia, sneered at her. They wore fine clothes while Cinderella toiled. Her hands were chapped from endless chores. She scrubbed floors, polished silver, and stoked fires. The name Cinderella was a cruel jest. Yet, a spark of hope flickered in her eyes. She hummed a soft tune, a silent rebellion. A royal messenger arrived at the grand manor gates. He carried a scroll sealed with a royal crest. The stepmother snatched it, her eyes gleaming. An invitation to the prince's ball. The prince sought a bride among the kingdom's maidens. Cinderella's heart fluttered with a forbidden dream. She imagined dancing, just once, in a grand hall. Her stepsisters shrieked with delight, planning their gowns. Cinderella timidly asked if she could attend. The stepmother laughed, a cold, sharp sound. "You? To the ball?" she scoffed. Impossible chores piled up before Cinderella. She must finish them all before the ball. Her stepsisters tore her old dress to shreds. Cinderella watched, tears welling in her eyes. She was left alone, heartbroken, in the garden. Her despair deepened as the carriage lights faded. A single tear traced a path down her ash-smudged cheek. Suddenly, a shimmering light appeared. It pulsed gently, growing brighter. A kind elderly woman stood before her. It was her fairy godmother, smiling warmly. Her eyes twinkled with ancient magic. "Don't cry, my dear," she said softly. "You shall go to the ball." With a wave of her wand, magic filled the air. Golden dust swirled around them. A pumpkin transformed into a magnificent golden carriage. Its wheels gleamed, ready for the journey. Mice became majestic white horses. They pawed the ground impatiently. A tattered dress shimmered into a ball gown. It was made of starlight and dreams. Exquisite embroidery adorned the fabric. On her feet, delicate glass slippers appeared. They sparkled with an ethereal glow. Cinderella gasped, utterly astonished. She looked like a true princess. A radiant smile lit up her face. The fairy godmother gave a stern warning. Her finger wagged gently. At the stroke of midnight, the magic ends. Cinderella promised to remember. She nodded earnestly, her heart pounding. She stepped into the carriage, her heart soaring. The enchanted coach sped towards the palace. Her humble reality was momentarily forgotten. The golden carriage glided through the palace gates. Cinderella, in her magnificent gown, stepped out gracefully. Her glass slippers shimmered under the torchlight. A hush fell over the grand ballroom. All eyes turned towards the mysterious newcomer. Cinderella felt a flutter of nerves, then confidence. The prince, standing by the throne, watched her approach. He was instantly captivated by her radiant beauty. Her eyes held a kindness he hadn't seen before. He extended his hand, a warm smile on his face. Cinderella curtsied, her heart pounding. They moved to the center of the ballroom. The orchestra swelled with a romantic waltz. The prince led her in a graceful dance. He spoke softly, asking her name. She gave a playful, evasive answer. He laughed, charmed by her wit. They danced as if no one else existed. Cinderella felt truly seen, truly cherished. The harsh reality of her life faded away. This night was a dream, a perfect escape. Hours passed in a blissful, enchanted blur. Suddenly, a distant clock began to chime. 1, 2, 3. Cinderella's eyes widened in panic. Midnight! The magic was about to end. She pulled away from the prince abruptly. He looked at her, confused by her sudden urgency. She whispered, "I must go." And then she turned, fleeing towards the exit. The prince called after her, "Wait!" But she didn't stop, her heart racing. She ran down the grand marble staircase. The chimes grew louder, more insistent. Her foot slipped on a polished step. One shimmering glass slipper flew from her foot. It landed delicately on the cold stone. Cinderella glanced back, a pang of regret. But the clock's urgency propelled her onward. She couldn't risk the magic dissolving there. She burst through the palace doors. The golden carriage waited, horses pawing. She leaped inside just as the 12th chime rang. A flash of light, a puff of smoke. The carriage transformed back into a pumpkin. Her gown became rags, the horses mice. Cinderella stood alone, back in her humble clothes. The prince reached the steps, looking for her. He saw only the single sparkling glass slipper. His mysterious maiden had vanished. He picked up the delicate slipper carefully. Its beauty was a testament to her grace. He vowed to find the woman it belonged to. He would search every corner of his kingdom. This slipper was his only clue. He would not rest until he found her. The girl who had stolen his heart. His determination burned brightly. He held the glass slipper close. His quest had just begun. The prince stood, glass slipper clutched in hand. His heart ached for the vanished maiden. He vowed to find her, no matter the cost. Royal decree, every maiden in the kingdom. The search began, house by house. Guards carried the delicate glass slipper. Maidens eagerly presented their feet. One by one, they failed. Too large, too small, never quite right. Disappointment etched on the prince's face. Days turned into weeks of fruitless searching. Hope dwindled among the villagers. Still, the prince pressed on, unwavering. His quest led him to a familiar estate. Cinderella's humble yet imposing home. The stepmother greeted them with false smiles. Her stepsisters preened, eager for attention. They pushed and shoved to try the slipper. Anastasia's foot was forced, painfully. Drizella's foot was too wide, impossible. The slipper refused to fit either. The stepmother tried to hide Cinderella. She claimed no other maiden resided there. But the prince's gaze swept the room. He noticed a figure in the shadows. Cinderella, hesitant yet resolute. Her eyes met the prince's across the room. A flicker of recognition, a shared memory. He insisted she try the slipper. The stepmother protested vehemently. But the prince's word was law. Cinderella approached, her heart pounding. She sat on a small stool. Her foot, small and elegant, extended. The glass slipper slid on with perfect ease. A gasp from the stepsisters. The stepmother's face contorted in fury. Cinderella reached into her pocket. She produced the matching glass slipper. The prince's eyes widened in disbelief. He knew then, without a doubt. He recognized the kindness in her eyes. His mysterious maiden found at last. Cinderella's rags seemed to shimmer. Her true identity revealed. The prince knelt, offering his hand. She accepted, a radiant smile. Freed from her life of sorrow. They returned to the palace in triumph. A grand wedding soon followed. Cinderella, now a beloved queen. Her journey, a testament to her spirit. From ashes, true light can shine. Her unwavering heart, a beacon. She ruled with grace and compassion. The kingdom prospered under her reign. Her story, an enduring legend. Hope, Kindness and perseverance prevailed. Cinderella's light shone forever bright. A happily ever after, truly earned,